Hello and welcome to another update video about gold. Gold has made a new low. To be honest, I can't remember if we already talked about that in the last video, but it's been a few days back. So let's just do a quick recap of where we are coming from. So I'm going to go to the weekly chart also for new viewers. So we start briefly with the weekly chart, and we can see that we're tracking here the gold futures chart with a larger wave 1 in the 1980s. We then came back into the year 2000 or 99 with with a wave 2 correction. You can see how long those corrections and phases and cycles can really take. We then moved up in a wave 3. That was the peak in 2011. Then a wave 4 correction down into 2016, 2015, 2016. And we now assume that we are in the wave 5. Which means we are pretty much towards the end of a cycle. Yeah, if that makes sense. Pretty close to the end of a cycle. But we are not there yet. At least I don't think so. My view is that what we've done here is we have seen in that fifth wave. Again, this fifth wave will complete a cycle. So that means as soon as we have this wave 5 up there, target for that around $2,500, $2,600. Sort of just broadly in that region. Yeah, we can't really calculate that yet too much, but assuming we get there, after that we should see a major correction down. Yeah, and I don't see this only for gold. We see that in the stock market as well, that there should be at least one more rally, but then I think we're going to see here some kind of a major collapse. Yeah, and I don't see this year. I don't see it necessarily next year, but there will be something. And if you look at crypto as well, I mean, we've just had with Bitcoin, for example, a 1-2 setup. There will be a 3, 4, 5, and also after that, we should see the entire 5-wave move corrected. So there is something going to happen in maybe a few years' time. And that is when, yeah, I at least want to be out of the stock market. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. I'm happy to be surprised in a different way positively, yeah, because it won't be nice out there if we see a crash of the gold price, and just to give you an idea where that might lead to, I mean, if we say all of this will be corrected down, yeah, I mean, we're talking about maybe the $1,000 level, the 61.8% FIP level. If we go up there and then come down, maybe even the 78.6, then we're talking about a $630 gold price. And I don't know what's going to go on in the world when we have that situation, but I don't necessarily want to know, to be honest. Right, but let's stay optimistic here for now. So that means we are in this fifth wave. Yeah, in the fifth wave, we can currently count 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5 is still to come. Yeah, which is another rally to the upside, possibly going to start shortly. And the low was obviously not in yet. Yeah, remember we explored the possibility of the low being in. Well, it wasn't in clearly. And now we're heading further down. Still in my yellow area, so that hasn't been invalidated yet. So at the moment, I did have all of this as an ABC correction, the wave 4. Now I'm going to make that a little bit more of a complex correction just purely due to the latest price developments. It just is very difficult to still count it as a ABC. So I will have to change this, and I'm going to make this a little bit more of a complex corrective pattern, and you'll see why. So I'll see this as a WXYXZ correction, and let me make those lines a little bit more faint, otherwise they will be here in the way a little bit. Okay. So a WXYXZ correction is a more complex corrective pattern. It makes sense to apply it here due to the latest price drop that we've seen. And it means that the move down here, I mean, this is what we're interested in. I go to the daily chart. That is particularly what we're interested in now to understand where we're going to finish this fourth wave. And we're going to label now this move down. So if this is a wave Z in which we are, then first of all, we need to understand that a Z wave is a 3-wave move. So we're looking here at an A, B, C. So the way to label this for me is A, B, and the C wave still ongoing. It would be a short wave C if I label it like that. And that is, in my opinion, one of the probably best ways of labeling it. There's a few other ways, but they wouldn't really make a major difference. So we would then be able to label, just so that you get an understanding, the wave A as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Pretty clear, yeah. And then we had the wave B, obviously, and now we're looking at this wave C in the wave Z, in the wave 4. And to do that, we go to the 4-hour chart, because this is really the most, take out all those lines, they might just confuse and distract. So it's all about this move down then, and we have to understand that this can be a, basically a 5-wave move, right? We can understand this as a 5-wave move because it's a wave C. So looking at this, we would be looking at, there's a couple of ways of how to count this. My preferred count would to start here with a wave 1, 2, then we had the wave 3, which would be down here, a 4 up, and there would be still a 5 down to come. That wave 5 can be fairly long because of the length of the wave 1. So just to give you an example, we take the length of the 1 here, we add it to the high of the wave 4, and you can see this could take us straight down to the 1-to-1 ratio at 1606. There's a bit of confluence down there with that level because it is as well the bottom of my target area for this larger wave 4. So this is the area that we definitely need to hold. If we do not hold this level down there, we're going to get a problem. Why? Because then we are flipping into the other scenario. Then we are going to break the 50% Fibonacci retracement of a wave 4. And then it's just very unlikely that it's still a wave 4 and we're heading into a wave 2. And if we're heading into a wave 2, then it is possible that we're going to retest the $1,000 level. I talked about that before. So it's a bit of a problem. There's one more way to there is, let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, you can also count, you can move the wave, you can actually move, just to show you a few different possibilities, you can move the wave 1 here as well to that low at 1700. It would be a very long wave 1 then. The wave 2 here, the 3, the 4, and the 5 ending. You would then see this as an ending diagonal. Or we can have a long wave 5. So we have a wave 1 here, a 2 up there. Then we have a wave 3 that ended here, I think. No, it would be here probably. And the 4 here, and the long wave 5 down. So in the end, it doesn't really make a difference. What we need to understand is that we are here, in my opinion, in a 5th wave. So we are sort of getting towards the end of something. And we're getting exhausted here. Just move them. I think this is sort of what I would prefer. Looks best in terms of proportions. And that, there will be further down moves, in my opinion. If we break above this high here at 1747, then I think that would be a really good signal that we are heading up. I mean, there are certainly various levels that would confirm that we are heading up already. A key one would be this high here at 1746, as I said. Then you've got this swing high at 1758. And very importantly, this one at 1780. So if we are breaking these, then and then even up here, this one is very important, 1824. With each of these levels, we're getting better confirmation that the low is in. And however, there is currently no signal that the low is in. What we need to see is a first impulse to the upside. It is also possible that the low was in here, but for that we don't have enough confirmation. We might be investigating that should we break above this previous swing high at 1690, but until then, this would be the minimum I would want to see, that we exit the yellow area to the upside, break the 1690 level, and then we can be a little bit more confident the low might already be in, because there are various ways of counting this move to the downside, to be honest. Very important to understand is that we have to hold the 1605 level, and we need an impulse to the upside and a corrective move to the downside to be more confident that a low is in, but we are still below this 50-day moving average here. You know, we haven't really made any higher highs, higher lows, so the downtrend is still ongoing. Yep, and that's my update about the gold price. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.